What the hell happened here? Looks like these men were still breathing pretty recently. This doesn't bode well for Katsura. We need to find him now. Right. I'll start over there. So much of the town has been burned down. So many homes. We're meant to be fighting for a better country. But this is anything but.
What the?
Found you at last. Say your prayers!
One man. So stunning. Shall we?
My thanks for your kind aid.
That takes care of that. Now then, let's ask our friend here what that was about.
Thank the stars. Glad it was you two who showed up.
Katsura, I had a feeling that was you. What are you doing in that getup? The Choshu men feared the worst.
I've been looking into the Shogunate's next moves, but I've let down my comrades by not being able to fight with them. Genzui especially. It wasn't for nothing, though. I got my hands on some vital information. The Shogunate are going to send in a force to deal with Choshu soon.
The Shogunate is making a move. They're seizing their chance to take the Choshu out once and for all.
Indeed. And they're expecting the Satsuma to provide the best part of the force.
Them again? But weren't they planning to revolt against the government?
Well, the Satsuma are making a show of compliance to the Shogunate, which will spell the end of the Choshu. Any bright ideas?
You know, I've always wondered why the Choshu and Satsuma don't just make an alliance. You're the only ones with enough power to bring about change in this country. If you joined forces, you'd be unstoppable.
You're not wrong. It would be incredible. Could it be done? But the Satsuma and Choshu are sworn enemies. We cannot simply form an alliance.
That's right. Focus on the past and you lose sight of the future. To make a real change, you're going to have to make some hard choices.
I see what you're saying. Then we should ride to Kyomizudera Temple. Takamori Saigo of the Satsuma should be there at present, as far as I'm aware. He's the commander of the Satsuma forces right now. If we can persuade him, this plan might have legs. Let's meet at Kyomizudera Temple! Could I leave it to you two to broach the subject? I doubt he'll be in the mood to listen if an enemy like me shows up out of nowhere.
No problem. We'll handle this. So, Saigo's in this temple, right?
That's right. The former chief priest of this place, Gyosho, was said to be close with Saigo, and I hear today is the anniversary of his death. It won't be easy. But as long as you're sincere and make him understand that it's all in the best interest of the country, he'll come around. I was told by a geisha who was clients from Satsuma. Apparently, he met his end during the Ansai Purge, where he and Saiga were persecuted.
Okay. Time to head inside. We'll get kicked out if we just rush in. Better to wait for the right moment. The grounds are pretty big, so we should prioritize locating Saigo. I'm ready for action!
I stand at the ready! Prepare yourself!
Saigo is at the Joto da!
That was smooth. Here they come! Ready and willing. Here we go. Hey, you're not looking so good.
Don't rush. Take your time. Is that all? I wonder how you use it. Sure thing. Thanks for your patronage.
So, you've been ordered to lead the expedition against Tёsyu. What do you intend to do, Saigon? What would get your advice? Well, I'll leave you to ponder it. Some solitude may bring you clarity.
How dare anyone threaten me on this most sacred day?
Please wait! We just want to talk, not fight!
No ordinary foes. Take more than that to make me yield. I swore to Geshu that I would live for both of us. I won't die here so easily! Crossing blades with someone with no intention to kill is pointless. You said you would like to speak to me. The Satsuma never chose to begin this fight. That decision was the shogunate's.
Forget the shogunate. I want to speak to you, not them.
It was the Choshu who drew their swords first. And considering their behavior in Kyoto, how can we leave them be?
Look, I understand Satsuma's perspective. But have you thought about our future?
What do you mean? Change this country? What are you saying?
Saigo, deep down, I know you agree with me. There are things Satsuma can only accomplish with Choshu by its side.
You want us to march alongside our sworn enemies? I simply cannot see it.
And yet it can be so, if we should will it. But first, I should apologize. I am sorry I could not stop the conflict earlier.
Katsura of the Choshu? What are you wearing?
Oh, ignore these filthy rags. I assure you, my aspirations remain unsullied. As my associates have said, we must put aside our differences, even if it means moving heaven and earth. We must transform Japan.
Katsura, I hear you. I accept your proposal. Gesho, too, would have been glad to put an end to the bloodshed.
Then it's settled. The Choshu and Satsuma will join forces, and we shall be the ones to see it through. You know, I've heard that in the West you're meant to hold hands and shake them on occasions like this. Go on. Try it.
Saigo, I look forward to working with you.
pleasure is mine.
Takamori Saigo, swayed by Ryoma, defies the shogun's orders and calls off the Satsuma assault on the Choshu. This episode helps the Satsuma and Choshu draw closer, and they conclude an alliance aimed at overthrowing the shogunate.
Don't you remember what I told you back then? That I had a dream as big as the damn ocean.
This way.
Don't think you can escape us.
Catch your fate!
They don't give up easily.
Do it! Cut me down!
It's just a scratch. Don't worry.
He needs medical attention! Come on, let's go. I want to get back in the past for a start.
Sounds like a plan. This is a real mess.
After being attacked at the Terada Inn, Ryoma Sakamoto took refuge amongst the Satsuma clan.
Might not be so lucky next time. I'm going to have to leave things to you for now. I'm counting on you.
Did Ryoma make it away without any trouble? Sorry I couldn't be there for the send-off. Now we can't afford to ignore what happened at the Tarada Inn. But we still don't know the true course of events. But you and Ryoma gave eyewitness accounts stating that the perpetrator wore a Shinsengumi uniform. Kondo and Hichikata were away from Kyoto, serving the shogunate, which puts both of them out of the picture as suspects.
If the Satsuma Choshu Alliance searches for the culprit in the open, we'll only incur the wrath of the shogunate.
And that's where you come in. We want you to infiltrate the Shinsengumi and sniff out the culprit from within.
I leave the matter to Katsura's judgment.
I knew you'd be on board with the idea. You can handle yourself and adapt to the unexpected. Well, perhaps some of them already know of you, but with a little disguise, no one will notice, I'm sure. You can learn from me. Come to Nishi Honganji Temple once you're fully prepared. You need to be ready to pass the initiation.
Welcome! You can practice gliding here. Why don't you give it a try? Okay, I'll get things ready. Amazing! It's like you are born for it.
Hey! This place is being used as a Shinsengumi outpost. The arrangements for enlisting have already been made. Thanks to a Satsuma connection, they're expecting a skilled Ronin to join their ranks. You've got a Shinsengumi uniform already, haven't you? You should change into it now. Unless you can uncover who orchestrated the attack on the Tereda Inn, it won't be safe for Ryoma to come back. I know you're up to the task. The stakes are high, but I'm counting on you. Huh, that's what I like to hear. Saigo and I will be praying for your good fortune.
You must be the new recruit. I've heard much about you.
I've heard talk of your skill with the sword. But a lot of the men here like to talk big. So I'll have to see it to believe it. Have I seen you someplace? Now there's a fearsome look. I expect great things from you. Though I swear I know you from somewhere. I didn't mean anything by it. I apologize. I haven't introduced myself. Shinpachi Nagakura. And this cold fish is Hajime Saito. Saito, show the new recruit around our outpost. And make sure you put them through their paces. Make sure you listen to Saito's every word, you hear? His skill is peerless. Don't upset him or you're done for.
Good grief. Never. Dueling is strictly forbidden in the organization. Kill another member and you'll be made to turn that sword on yourself. The training facilities are just over there. Let's head in. That's Suzuki and Todo over there. They're the ones to talk to if you're interested in firearms. Here's where we train. Seems we're just in time for a session. You won't make it into the Shinsengumi without some skill at the sword. It's time to show me what you're worth. Try taking him on. Good. I have high hopes. You did well, but I'd like to see a little more. Now, I'd like you to face him. Don't disappoint me.
What's the verdict? Think they've got what it takes?
The technique is certainly interesting. Not bad at all.
Well, coming from you, I'll take that as a high compliment. Now, what say I grant them the honor of a bout with their superior?
Nagakura is in a different league from the other members you fought. Fancy your chances?
Don't you worry. No one's going to die. No need to hold back, newcomer. Throw everything at me.
Here goes!
I yield. You're no joke.
Most intriguing. Besting Nagakura is no mean feat. Right then, follow me.
Ah, you must be the newcomer. Could you come here a moment? Sorry for interrupting. But even in this state, I thought I should at least introduce myself.
This is Soji Okita. Neither I nor Nagakura are his match in swordplay.
That's all in the past now. Now that I'm bedridden, I don't amount to anything but dead weight. If you want to improve, Saito could teach a thing or two, I'm sure. He's peerless after all.
Okita, I'll go on to the dojo. Send the new recruit over once you finish talking.
So then, why do you want to join the Shinsengumi? Well, I can't disagree with that. Put your life on the line, and Kondo is sure to reward you generously. Saito's waiting, isn't he? You should get going. I'll see you later.
I have a fine selection of medicines.
Let's begin. This is quite a surprise. I see. I see.
Have you ever seen Saito Ronin like that?
You're strong, that's for sure. There are few amongst our number who would be a match for you.
That is no exaggeration.
Why? You could go toe-to-toe with Kogoro Katsura or Ryoma Sakamoto. Those names must have reached your ears, I'm sure. Oh my, that ignorance could well end up killing you. You should pay more attention to what's going on.
Right. I think we can make use of the new recruit. Any objections?
Not from me.
There's someone else I'd like to introduce you to. Follow me. There's an officer I'd like you to meet, Kashitaro Ito. A man so sharp he can tell you where the world is going and exactly how it's going to get there. Suzuki, I pointed him out before, is Ito's younger brother. He's important to know too. Leads one of our units. Now, after I introduce you to Ito, I'll speak with him in private. You are to use any means necessary to listen to our conversation. Understood? Ito, I've brought you a new recruit. Their swordsmanship rivals that of myself or Nagakura.
Well, you must truly be something to earn such praise from Saito. I am Kashitaro Ito, Shinsengumi's staff officer. The Shinsengumi is made up of the most elite warriors in Japan. Against the shogun's cowardly retainers, we are as a tiger to a house cat. This country's very future will be decided by our actions. You would do well to be mindful of the power we wield. A most promising recruit. By all means, put that sword arm to use in service of our cause. I expect great things from you. By the way, Saito, can I have a word with you?
That will be all. Dismissed. Listen to our conversation from outside and make note of every word. Got that? Go. No. I was just asking the newcomer to train the men. Someone so skilled should be able to oversee fencing drills, I thought.
Kon and Hijikata absent, and Okita ailing. Now's the time. No one can stop us from breaking away from the Shinsengumi.
But without us here, the enemies of the shogunate lurking in Kyoto may grow bold.
The attempt on Sakamoto at the Terada Inn failed to rouse either the Satsuma or the Choshu. We needn't worry on that account. We are gathering in Aburano-Koji to discuss precisely how to break free. I expect to see you there.
We're finished. You can come out now. Fine work playing the spy. I doubt Ito noticed a thing. You must have heard it yourself, but let me state, Ito is a traitor. I'm keeping watch over him at Kondo's orders. There was an assault at the Terada Inn recently, where Ryoma Sakamoto was attacked. You hadn't heard? He recently became a bigwig in the anti-shogunate forces, prompting Ito's attempt to off him at the Terada Inn. In a nutshell, yes. There's a rumor going around that it was our work, but neither Kondo nor Hijikata were involved. Ito's true intent was to tarnish the Shinsengumi's reputation, and to ascertain the plans of the anti-shogunate forces. What we learned is that they can't afford to make any big moves right now, which led to Ito concluding the time was right for him to make his move. I'm going to rid the Shinsengumi of Ito's faction. I know you've only just enlisted, but I will need your help. Meet me at Abura no Koji. That's where we'll do it.
How about letting off a shell or three? However good your gun, you might as well be wielding a club if you can't hit anything. How about a bit of train? All right. You're quite the shot, huh? Consider me impressed.
You look like you have some skill. I have a favor to ask of you. A hulking man calling himself Benkei has been appearing on Gojo Bridge at night. He attacks every samurai he sees, and claims the arms and armor of those he's beaten. Did you have to say it out loud? My reputation would suffer if this were to become public knowledge. That's why I'm seeking help in a place like this. If you can defeat that man and recover my possessions, you'll be well rewarded. He appears on Gojo Bridge every night and announces himself loudly. You'll recognize him the instant you see him. Excellent. Now I'd thank you to see to it promptly. Just take care to be discreet. Don't breathe a word of this to a single soul or bring anyone with you.
All those who are distant, give ear! All those who are nigh, bear witness. Benkei is my name. You dare champion. Take us! Once more to the breach, dear friend. Once more. Once more to the breach, dear friend. Once more. You there? Lend me your blade. This done, I thank thee, brave champion. It would seem I acted somewhat rashly.
yet I regret nothing.
It's you.
Hello there. Everyone's still at a bit of a loss after what happened with Genzui. Now we're allied with the Satsuma. The time is ripe. I need to pull myself together. Speaking of the Satsuma, one of their men demanded a duel some time ago. It was quite a while back. Do you remember? I'm embarrassed. That means a lot coming from you.
Katsura, there's just no way we can assent to this. You want us to join forces with those who drove Kusaka to his death?
I assure you, it pains me too. I didn't expect you to come around to the idea just like that. Which is why I prepared a banquet for us with the Satsuma. On their end, Okubo will take the lead. Kuroda's lot will be attending too. It'll be a good chance to see if they're worthy of our trust. Don't you think?
Very well then. I shall take the measure of the Satsuma and decide for myself.
If possible, I'd like you to attend as well. What do you say? Good. I've made arrangements at a place nearby. Come by later. Right, let's go. Okubo of the Satsuma is running late, it seems. However, I did see the man who sent me that letter. This is a hot-blooded gathering. It'll be interesting to see how this unfolds. Sorry for the wait. Let's begin, shall we?
Katsura, remember that duel we had? I have to say, I was rather disappointed at the time. You had no clue who I was, but let me go free. Too soft for a samurai. And now we are to stand shoulder to shoulder. We Satsuma despair.
You're a fool! Katsura sees further into the future than either of us. If he let you go free, he had a good reason.
It didn't really take much.
And that's why you let me go. Because you were afraid of earning the ire of the Satsuma. Utter cowardice. You there, Yamagata, was it? If you dislike what we have to say, come and silence us with your fists. Perhaps then I'll reconsider.
I'd be only too delighted. I don't need a weapon to take down the likes of you. You'll soon regret disrespecting Katsura and the Choshu.
Hey, cut it out! I don't think there's any stopping this now. I swear, if Okubo has my head for this...
Don't worry. Just let them have at it.
Osaka Katsura! Brave people of Choshu! My pride! It remains unshakable!
All it takes for a cause to come crashing down. You should
You're strong! Aren't you supposed to be a coward?
If I don't train you, how can I let anyone to follow me?
I thought you were all talk, but you're not bad.
I, too, underestimated your strength. Katsura, I ask you, forgive my rudeness just now.
Sobering up, are we? I'm glad you put on this feast. It was worth it just to see that tussle.
Overthrowing the shogunate won't be the end of it. We'll need good, reasonable men like Katsura here to right the course of our nation.
Thank you, everyone. Now, let's get back to enjoying the feast. My apologies for dragging you along to this, but I have to say, seeing you fight never fails to impress. In fact, that particular display made me want to try my luck. Why not go around with me? I'll be waiting out back for you. Right, let's begin. I like to think I know your abilities better than anyone. That's to say, I won't hold back. That's rather impressive, you know? That's the way. Nakamura said that I'm too soft, and I am. At least I know full well. Good! I'm starting to warm up. I'll never stop walking up. Do you hear me, Osaka? Nakamura. And I see Okubo has finally arrived.
I see from that jewel you aren't as soft as I thought.
Your resolve is clear for all to see. Did you plan this little display from the start?
Of course not. I just fancied brushing up on my swordplay. I'm delighted you enjoyed what you saw, regardless.
A likely story. Well, as your partner in this alliance, I liked what I saw. I warn you, I intend to rely on your sword arm.
I can't believe Okubo and the others were watching. Thanks to that unexpected audience, it seems the alliance will hold a little longer. The nights worked out beautifully, thanks to you. Though it was hard to ignore Nakamura's provocations at first. Honestly, I have my own doubts about whether doing things my way will really be able to change Japan. I do have a vision, and everyone's been good enough to follow me. But behind closed doors, I worry all the time. What's your opinion? Am I doing things the right way? Thank you. If that's what you think, I have nothing to fear.